There's a call today, a new call for an independent public inquiry into abuse in sports. The Commons Heritage Committee is looking into that issue and hearing testimony from elite athletes. Soccer player Sierra McCormick was near tears as she spoke about her experience and called for action.
I live abroad, not feeling safe to stay in Canada professionally or personally because of the truth that I have shared. Online, as I have watched these government hearings and seen countless athletes bravely re-traumatize themselves telling their horrific stories, I can't help but ask myself, how many more stories will it take for those of you in government to demand a national inquiry and implement real change?
Now, Kate McKenna is watching this story for us. Kate, we've reported on abuse allegations from soccer, gymnastics, bobsleigh, water polo. The list goes on and on. It has caused a lot of frustration. You can hear it there. And they want change.
We heard a lot of that frustration in the committee earlier today. Whistleblowers, athletes, advocates, all saying that anytime anyone speaks out, they're faced with obstruction, that there is not a lot of willingness within an organization, within sporting organizations in Canada, to actually deal with the problem of abuse in sport head on. We did hear from Sierra McCormick just earlier today, and she told her story actually for the second time. She had already appeared at the parliamentary committee on this subject, and she is a former soccer player at a high level who wrote a blog post in 2018 calling out an a predatory coach for what he had done over a long period of time. But she says that they had tried to get attention for that in other ways over periods of years and were faced with just an unwillingness to deal with that problem. And she says that it's not an isolated case. She says that she's heard from many athletes. Of course, Canadians have also heard from many athletes through this committee who have faced similar things and have left traumatized after being coached by, predators. Here's what she had to say earlier today.
As someone that obviously now has come here twice and broken down, talking about what happened to us, I think it's, shocking. I think, and you just wonder, is she even watching? Is the Minister of Sport watching? Is the Prime Minister watching? Is whoever is making these decisions, are they watching? Because it's very much impacted our lives far past our sporting careers, and it's just so disappointing. I just feel ashamed, honestly, to be a Canadian, that this is the reality of what it means and the response to being a Canadian athlete. And this is a response to so many of us coming forward for months now telling you that this is the reality behind the Olympic medals and all this kind of thing.
So once again, you can hear her frustration. As she mentioned, it's not her first time in front of this committee. She and others are calling for a national inquiry into safe sport in Canada. And of course, we did hear strong words for the Minister of Sport as well.
Okay, so what does the Minister of Sport say? Because this has been requested repeatedly.
So we heard from her today. She says that, they are looking at what they can do. They want to do something that's trauma-informed. She said that she has great admiration for the courage of the people who've spoken out. Here's exactly what she said.
When I'm ready to announce the process that we're going to put in place, I will come back and explain the process and how it will work and why we chose that process. But like I said, the goal is to have a trauma-informed context and also to be able to address the systemic issues within the sports system and have recommendations around that. This is the first and foremost, this should be the goal of whatever we do.
So there she is, not committing to any firm timeline, not committing to any definitive action today. So once again, the advocates and the athletes themselves, their message to the sport minister and to the entire government is, now is the time. You've heard what you need to hear. We've told our stories. Please take some action on this.
Okay, Kate McKenna in Ottawa, thank you for that story.
Thank you.